Hello, my name's Julie from Salessewunique and welcome to episode 44. It's the 10th of May today, 2022. I keep forgetting to say that each week. And yes, welcome. I feel like this week has just flown by again. I feel like I haven't done much at all this week, but I have been quite busy. So I've got a few things to show you this week. There's the smallest of crochet to show you. It's very poor this week. There's cross stitch, there's some sewing, there's some fabric, purchases. Well, it's my tea club. So yeah, there's one or two bits I can share with you. Well, I hope everybody's had a lovely week this week. The weather's been very mixed this week. And my peony has just started to flower. I've got four flower heads on there now, and as you'll have seen from the little picture before we started, it's started to bloom and the weather's changed and it's been raining. My peony always seems to flower May time, just before my eldest son's birthday, and it always rains, so it never lasts very long, but it's looking rather nice today. A little bit breezy out in the front garden, but it's yeah, it's looking healthy. I always love to see the peony, even though it doesn't last long. The rest of the garden's looking okay at the moment. Yeah, so well, what am I going to start with? I think I'll start with some crochet. Just hang on a minute. Here we go. I'd left my bag sat over the other side of my desk. Anyhow, I've got my bag and I'm keeping cross stitch and crochet in here together because I can just carry this around with me. Well, I'm afraid to say I've only done 2 squares this week. That's been it. I took them to work and I did them there. So I've been carrying crochet around with me all week and this is all I've managed to do. Never mind, I might do better next week. Well, the cross stitch that I've been doing is this. Oh, it's a pin cushion by Helen Phillips, and she's on Instagram, and her Etsy shop is on Etsy, obviously. Don't know why I said that, but yeah, I've had a couple of patterns of Helen Phillips and they're really nice to do. So I haven't got a great deal done. I've had one of those weeks where I've just been busy and I've been really tired. I've not been going to bed exactly early, so that's about as much as I've got done. I have got a little bit of the white up here and I got part way and I got a bit fed up because I couldn't see what I was doing, so I decided to put the blue in to make it a bit easier for me. But I'm enjoying that, and it's going to be probably a bit bigger. It's going to be a lot bigger than what I've been doing. I think it's about 7 inch by, oh no, 6 by 5 inch it comes out. So that'll probably fit nicely in my little basket or on the tier tray. I really must get on with decorating my tier tray up. So that's actually kept me busy for a few evenings, but I have been watching Miss Fisher Mysteries this week. And what else have I been watching? Bones, I've been watching that. Yes, I've been enjoying that. So that's my sort of evening time when I can sit down and actually do a little bit of cross stitch. Let's see, what else have I been doing? On Saturday after I finished work, we decided to go, well, this was Adele's idea, she wanted to go to the farm shop. She needed some paper bags, and they're actually quite good for paper bags. They are actually cheaper to buy them there than for her to buy them online. So she texted me, did I want to go? So I said, oh yes, we'll go. I always like to go and see the animals. Anyhow, when we got there, it was a very dull afternoon and very breezy, and there was no animals there. The donkey was in, well, you couldn't really see it. You could just see its head, and that was about it. The alpaca, I put a picture in at the beginning. You could just see the head of the alpaca. There was no, you couldn't see the peacocks or anything. I think they were all locked away. There was no pigs, no nothing, apart from a cockerel and 2 hens. That was about it. So I didn't really get much footage of them, which was a shame. But yes, Adele got the bits that she wanted. I got a few bits, but I have noticed the prices have gone up quite a bit in there, and yet they were quite cheap. I wanted some salad, and I bought some new potatoes, and these potatoes were Moroccan new potatoes, and I thought, oh, I'll try them. They look nice, if you can say that about raw potatoes, but they did. And we had them the other night, and they tasted really nice. I really liked them. Quite a nice bit of flavour to them, so I think I would have more. But I didn't get much in the way of salad from there. I got some carrots and some radish. That was about it really, because I was going to get a lettuce, but just a bog standard lettuce was priced at £1.65, and I thought, well, I'm not paying that for a lettuce. And I thought, oh, I'll get some cooking apples and make maybe an apple crumble for the week. But they were £3.50 for like a kilo in weight, and I thought that's a bit expensive, so I thought, no, not bother, we'll just stick with rhubarb out of the garden. So that was our little trip. What else? I haven't really been anywhere else. Oh, we looked after Milo this week. Adele was at work at that point, so I was on my own. So yes, I took him out for a walk. He had a good race round the garden. But yeah, he was a bit puffed out by the time we got back, so he had a nice big drink of water, had a little play with him, and then I popped him back in his crate because the family had gone out for a few hours, so it's always good for us to pop round and see him and sort of let him out and take him for a walk and things, so he can go to the toilet, have a drink. And of course, he always gets a little treat when I go, so I take him some cooked chicken, which he likes that, so he does all his party tricks. He won't go to get a piece of chicken. So that was nice to see him. And a couple of days ago, my Bird and Blend tea club arrived, and I haven't looked at it. I've just taken the strip off the back, so I'm not sat here opening that up and making a lot of noise. So I'll just take all the packets out. And there was a nice little card in there, and on the back it gives you a little bit of information there about the teas and what you can do with them, which looks nice. I'll have a read at that later. So the first tea that we've got is Enchanted Narnia. It's caffeine free, so that's that one. And I'm just looking to see if this one is Turkish Delight Brew with magical rose and creamy cacao. That sounds nice. So it's rosebuds, cacao shells, rose petals, lemongrass, raspberry leaves. Or you can have it without, oh, it's without milk, that one. Oh, that's good. That should be interesting. And the next one is Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. And this is a fruity herbal tea. Apple pieces, hibiscus, elderberries, chamomile, nettle, rose petals, rose hip, lavender, freeze-dried strawberries, jasmine blossom, natural flavouring. It says without milk, that one, so that'll be nice. And the last one is Eton Mess. I'm looking forward to this one. So that should be nice. So Eton Mess is without milk again. It's caffeine free, because I picked caffeine free. I thought that was better for me. So it's smashed strawberries, sweet crumbly meringue and cream. Do you know, I think I'm going to go and actually make this up now so I can share with you what it's like. And it does tell you on the back of this card, Eton Mess, fruit tea, brew for 4 minutes. You can have it with or without milk. Bed Knobs and Broomsticks is without milk, and Enchanted Narnia is without milk. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and use my infuser teapot, and I'm actually going to go and make a cup of tea, so I will take you along with me. and I've let my tea brew for 4 minutes, and I have to say it smells, oh, it's amazing. It's strawberry, fruity. I think there might be a hint of meringue in there as well, but let's have a taste. That is so nice, so nice. Oh, this tea club I think is going to be quite good. At least it gives me a few different teas each month, and I'll be able to choose which I like the best. Up to now, everything's been really good. Last month, what did I have last month? Strawberry lemonade, which was really good, delicious, that one. And I had the chocolate digestive, and that is so nice. That's like a real comforting tea, because you've got your tea, you've got your milk in it, and you've got biscuit and chocolate, and oh yes. So I think that's going to be a firm favourite for me now, and so is Eat and Mess. So I'll have to share with you the other teas that I've got, because I think I've got another one left over from last month that I haven't tried, and obviously I've got the 2 this month, so yes, I will share what they are like. Anyhow, I've got some new fabric that's come into the shop. It's not on the website yet. That's something I've got to do this week. I think I'm going to have a bit of a quieter week this week, so I don't think I'll be doing a lot of sewing, as I did quite a lot of sewing this week. Well, we've got some of the autumn fabrics that have just come in. This is pine cones, and the colours are really, really nice. I love this. So like I say, these should be on the fabric at some point this week. So that's the first one. And the next one, oh, some leaves. How beautiful is that? All those oranges and yellows and greens. Absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely love. Oh, the camera's gone funny. I hope that showed up correctly, because it went all blue for a second, but that is really, really nice. That's better. And then we've got a nice batik in, which is pink and oranges, which that's really nice as well. You can use them in your autumnal projects as well. That's beautiful, that one. And then we've got another, it's wood slices, I think I'd probably say this was. But that's gorgeous, that. And you can't start your autumn projects too late, can you? And this one is really nice. It's pink and it's got metallic gold, well, I can't say dots, but like splodges on there. And that's really pretty in real life. I'm not sure if the gold is showing up on camera very well though. So that is some new fabric, so they will be going on the website, like I say, this week, and I will put the link down below where the website is, and yeah, you can go and take a look if you fancy some new fabrics. Well, sewing this week, I have been quite busy. I had requests for some tags off a viewer, so hello, thank you very much for your order. So I decided to make some, because I've got lots of baskets up around where I sit, and I never can remember where I've put what, especially like my Liberty fabrics and my scraps and things like that. So I decided to make some tags for myself. So I started off with that, and I'll just get them and show you what they're like. Right, well, the first one I've made is, it's got Liberty scraps on. So that is going to look great on my jar. So what I've done is I've just popped it on there. So that sits on my counter over here. And as you can see, it's full of Liberty fabrics already. So yes, and I've got my basket of Liberty up on the shelf. So now I've got a tag on there which says Liberty fabrics. So I had great fun making these. So I decided to make a few more. So I'll just pop the jar back. So the next one is buttons, because I've got a jar the same as the Liberty scrap jar, which I do keep buttons in. And this one is on sewing themed fabric called Sewing Love. Now, like this fabric, I can't guarantee the sort of the picture, because it'll just be sewing themed pictures really. Otherwise there's going to be too much waste of fabric. And then this one, it says English paper piece, and this is on Liberty fabric. Quite a few of them are on Liberty fabric, because I've got quite a few offcuts in my stash. And I'm going to do some for my kitchen. I know I've got one with bread on, for the bread flour, but I've also got a jar in the kitchen for pasta, and that's Liberty fabric again. And I've got one that's got little teapots on, and it says there is always time for tea. So something like that would hang on my mug tray, where I keep all my mugs and my tea things. But I've got lots of jars with tea in, which I can make some more, which I think I'm going to make other designs. Now this one is on, the fabric is strawberries, and it's got love printed all over there. So I've just embroidered strawberry, so this is Strawberry Love. And the next two are, it just says sewing on, and these are tags. But yet again, it just depends sort of what part of the fabric I cut out, so it could be any pattern on there, but the colours are lovely. Yeah, and this fabric is actually in a fat quarter set on the website, and it's beautiful fabric. It's all very sort of retro, sort of flowers and things like that, and that's really nice. So that's what I've been doing over the week. And there's lots more I'm going to make, different sayings on, or whatever I can think of, and whatever will fit on the size of tag that I've got. So what I've been making this week are some pouches. Now, this is the pouch with the binding on, with the spring fabric. So that's all done now. I've stitched that, it's all nice. So that is going to go in my shop. So that's it. So this one is slightly bigger than the others, because I haven't had to turn it inside out type of thing. And it will take 6-inch DPNs, crocheting hooks, standard crocheting hooks, and you've got plenty of room for notepads and your stitch markers and things like that in there. They do hold quite a bit of stuff. So yeah, so that is one that's going in the shop this week. And let's have a look. The next one is, just let me see if these are all the same. Yeah, they are. Right, I've got three pouches. Now this is from the fat quarter bundle. This is from what I did the tags on. So the outer fabric is all the same. The inner fabric, we've got the daisy bottom bit. I think the only thing that's slightly different is the pocket fabric. As you can see, it's floral, whereas these two are, that's one's peachy, one's pink, and that one, that's a peachy one as well. But everything else inside the pouch is all the same. So we've got the fabric down there for the crocheting hooks and everything. We've got the reddish fabric there for the pocket, and I've used the teal one for the inside. So I've got three of these, and I really like these. I think they're lovely. The fabric's gorgeous. So like I said, these will be in my Etsy shop this week. I'm hoping to have them in when this vlog goes live, but I'm not sure I will. There's a lot of pictures to take here, which I don't think I'm going to have a lot of time. Now the next set, I've got 1, 2, 3, I've got four pouches here. and these are all Jubilee pouches. So it's all Union Jack fabric, Union Jack fabric. We've got that, and then I've got a floral fabric which is red, white and blue with a bit of green on, so I thought I'd put that in to spin out the other fabrics. So like on the back of the pocket it's got that, but yeah, so they're all slightly different. So we've got the Union Jack there, and the Big Ben fabric, and I've actually got some more Union Jack fabric which is slightly different, so if I get time I will probably do them for the next little shop update I've got. So here we've got Big Ben on there, lots of sort of English theme things, and they've all got the magnetic clasp on. And then this is the next one. Yeah, so there we go. Yeah. So tomorrow's job is actually going to be getting some photographs done. So what I think I'm going to do, so I'm not rushing, is I'm going to have a shop update on Friday, which will be the 13th of May, and it will be at 7 PM in the evening. So yeah, so I have been pretty busy. These pouches are quite time consuming. But I enjoy making them, I really do. It's really nice to do something different than just project bags for a change. So yeah. And the last section I've got to talk about is the garden. Now I'm going to put sort of a few little clips in of what's been happening in the garden this week. We did spend a fair bit of time outside, I think on Sunday it was, and I got Adele to come and help me to tidy the bottom of the garden up. So the first picture you will see is the state of our bottom of the garden. I think Kevin's used it as a bit of a dumping ground, but it didn't take us long to clean it up. So Adele helped me with that, and then Kevin was in the front garden. He's still digging up the front garden and trying to get rid of the bulbs in this one's back section by the wall. So that is taking a bit of doing. So I think he was a bit fed up and tired after the weekend. I reckon he was glad to get back to work. So yes, that is going to take him a while, I'm afraid. So yeah, I can't see much happening in the front garden for a while. But anyhow, so I was outside most of the time on Sunday afternoon. I usually wait until sort of a bit later on in the day when the sun's sort of gone round off the back garden, because it gets a little bit too warm in our back garden sometimes, especially when you're gardening. So I spent my time sort of sorting out the beds, making sure it was all nice and tidy, that there was no weeds there. Checking on the tomato plants, making sure everything was okay, sort of tidying it back up after the birds. And as you will see, there's 2 children's windmills in my garden. But I will say the birds haven't been too bad this week at all. So yes, Adele and myself well, Adele probably more than me, put the tomato greenhouse together. That one took 3 attempts because we didn't realise that when we unwrapped the bags, they were all, they had this very, very tiny little label stamped on as to sort of where the legs go, and we didn't see that. So it took sort of 3 attempts to get it right. But we got it. We got there eventually. And it's actually a nice little greenhouse. The plastic is quite thick on it. So that was another purchase I had during the week, was the tomato greenhouse, the small greenhouse. And I got, oh gosh, what they're called? A grow bag for the tomatoes. And I got some of those new sort of tomato planters that you can use. Just, I'm going to say, I have to hang on a minute. I'm going to have to plug my phone in. My battery is dying. Oh, that's better. We got down to 10% and it was just flashing up in the corner that the battery running low. Right, what was I talking about? Oh, the green planters. These green round tubs, and they've got like a part where you put your plant in and a reservoir around them, so you just can fill it up with water and it will last a little while, which I thought was quite good. And you just put canes in and I think you've got it was one of these plastic rings that you put your canes through, so it holds them nicely together at the top of the plant, like. So I thought I'd try that for a change and have 3 plants in a little greenhouse to see if I can get some nice ripe tomatoes this year for a change, instead of a lot of green ones, which I sometimes tend to get. So I'm going to have to buy 3 plants off the market tomorrow when I go to work, and yeah, I'll get them planted up straight away. So yeah, so they're just sat ready and waiting. Then I started to fill up some more pots, which you'll have seen in the picture. So they're sort of partly full because I ran out of potting soil, didn't I? So I've had to get some more of that, which is now sat outside in the garden, which will probably have to wait maybe a day or 2 until I've got time to do it, as I've got to do some things for my website and my Etsy shop. So yes, oh, and I've got a packet of sunflower seeds, which they're not very tall, so I think it's more like a little bush or something, because I thought they would look nice in the garden. So I'm going to be setting some more seeds off this weekend, as now I've got a little bit of space in my kitchen. So yeah, so it's been quite a busy week really when I think about it, even though sometimes I think, oh, what have I done this week? And I never feel like I've done much at all. But when you start talking about it and seeing what pictures I've got and things like that, I think, yeah, I've done more than I think this week. So yeah, so that's sort of the update on the garden. Everything is growing. It's all coming along. The herbs in the kitchen are, I don't know what's happening with them. They seem to have stuck. They don't seem to be growing very much. The cucumber plants are really romping on in the kitchen, so I really need to get them potted up as soon as I can this week, really. I think I'm going to have to get them done and in the greenhouse as soon as possible. But I really need to sort of see what I have to do with the cucumber plants, because I've never grown them before. So that's something else to look into. Yes, I think that's probably about it for this week. So I'd like to say thank you for joining me this week. I hope everybody, had a good week, and I hope you're going to have a good week next week. And yeah, you better get out into the garden if you garden, or do some crafting. Well, whatever you're doing, I hope you enjoy yourself and you have a nice week. And I will see you all again next week. So thank you for joining me, and it will be on, the next vlog will go up on the Wednesday. I think Wednesday will be my day for a while. I think that's the best decision. Bye for now.